Hey you guys, it's me Kiana coming at you again today. And today you know where I'm at, so you know what time it is. So we're gonna be cooking. Um Y'all see me do the toss? The hair toss? This is my old bally wig. It's tore up from the floor up now, but anyway, I wanted to fix today. We're gonna fix some baked chicken, some baked onion chicken, but it's not the kind that is semi-fried chicken that I fixed before. I fixed somewhat of a encrusted onion oven baked fried chicken, and this is not that. This is not going to have a crust on it. It's going to just be well seasoned baked chicken, but we're going to add some extra induced flavor into this dish. We're going to fix some fresh cabbage, which I've already taken the liberty of already chopping up somewhat. Of course, we have to chop it up a little bit more, but I'm going to be doing this video in stages, as I always do. One meal at a time. I think it's better for you guys to follow me in that way. And let's take it from there. Now, the side dish, other than the fresh cabbage that I'm going to fix, and I'm going to add a twist to that, so you guys definitely want to tune into that. We're going to fix scalloped potatoes, fresh. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to have your potatoes, you're going to chop your fresh potatoes thin. When I say thin, I mean real thin. And it's kind of, it's easy if you leave the skin on. After all, you're really not going to taste it, because if you place them as thin as I'm telling you to, you only really realize the skin is on there. So what you want to do is you want to slice those thin, and by them being sliced thin, it only takes a few minutes. So fixing fresh scalloped potatoes, and I'm saying fresh meaning not in a box, is not that hard at all. So again, you want to slice them thin, and then once they're done, which literally doesn't take much time, I place them in an aluminum pan like this. Okay, so once they're in the pan, I like to season them before I even put cheese and stuff like that on. That way it's worked real good down in the potatoes. So I add a little bit of seasoning. I also get my milk. You're going to add some milk. Again, remembering once it's in the oven, it is going to absorb a lot of the moisture. So you don't want to make it too dry, but you also don't want to make it into a soup. So as you're stirring in your seasonings and stirring around the potatoes, it's going to soak up some already of the milk. And at that point, then add if needed. But don't drown it at first. Do it as a gradual process, because after you're stirring and adding the cheese and stuff, it's going to actually soak up some even before it even bakes. If at the point when you've already stirred all your ingredients in, it's still not as moist as you would like, then that's when you're going to drizzle some more milk on top. In this dish, you can actually use heavy cream. That's what I would actually use. However, I don't have it available to me right now, so I'm just going to use what I have, which is regular whole milk. Seasonings we're going to use, just a little salt. Of course, Miss Tina, Sexy Tina, my accent. And I told you to PM me your information, because I said I'm going to BJ's, and I'm going to buy you that accent. I'm going to mail it to you. I already got some stuff to mail off anyway, so you better get it while I'm going to the post office. I don't like to go to the post office as it is. Many of you know that already. But you're going to add some salt and some pepper. One of the things I add into my scalloped potatoes, as well as the milk, one of my secrets is I add a little bit of this too. So you're going to add a little bit of sour cream. And that just gives it, and you're just going to add a little bit. That just gives you an even more creamier taste, and also it adds a little tart, a little twang to it. Just a little different element to it. Again, you're just going to use a little bit. About, if you go by measurements, which I don't, but if you go by that, I would say approximately about 2 teaspoons. And once you've done that, I've already sliced some and added it, but you're going to use your Velveeta cheese or shredded cheese. I just use Velveeta cheese because it's somewhat thicker than the shredded cheese, and it is much gooier. And that's what I want in this dish. So I use the Velveeta, but I use the imitation Velveeta. Some of those do not work, so it is trial and error when you're trying to find a cheaper brand of Velveeta, the off-brand knockoff, whatever. But I know which one works just as good as Velveeta. So as you can see, I use the same one, and whenever you see me using that product, it's always by that. And I get that from Aldi's Market, and that's the cheap market, one of the cheap markets I go to. And Aldi's Market sells it for $2.99 for that whole loaf or log. So I've already added some of that. And then mine is not, it's a little thick. I'm just going to drizzle just a little bit of milk on top. And then that's it. You're going to just place this into the oven. My cheese is somewhat melted because I used it when it was literally steaming. The potatoes were steaming, so my cheese is basically melted. And then I added the milk, so it's now very creamy. And it should be like that. Okay, so you're just going to place this in the oven, and you're just going to watch it, and voila, you have homemade au gratin or scalloped potatoes. That easy, that simple. Just an FYI or sidebar, this meal is literally going to cost us under $10. The chicken, I got a whole tray of chicken thighs because I do like dark meat better than white meat, but it's also economical. I paid $4 for this whole tray. The cabbage was on sale for 49 cents a pound. The whole cabbage was $1, and the potatoes is approximately about, well, I got a whole bag of potatoes, 5 pounds for $1. So so 4 plus the onion mix seasoning. We already said we should already have that in our pantry, but if you want to add that in, that was 69 cents. The cabbage, again, $1, and the potatoes $1. The cheese, I probably used about 75 cents worth of that cheese. So as you can see, this meal is under $10. Now, I did purchase a store-bought cake. I will show you guys that. It was on sale. Safeway has cakes and certain things on sale on Fridays for $5. It's called $5 Friday. And this was a almond bistro cake. I'm sorry. And it's a really thick, layered, pretty cake that has white and black dollops on top. It looks really, really nice. It looks really expensive. It's normally $12, but again, if you purchase certain things on Friday, you get it for $5. So with the whole meal and the dessert, it cost an entire, to feed 6 people, it costs about $12. So again, you already know that my meals are geared towards recession prices or budget prices, and it will feed usually up to 6 people, and that's healthy portions. So I hope you find this helpful. It gives you opportunity to maybe try some meals different. If you don't cook, it'll give you an opportunity to see that it's really not that difficult like people make it. People want to make it like they have slaved in the kitchen, but really it doesn't take that long, and it doesn't take a lot of time, energy, nor money. So I also wanted to show you guys this pot and pan set that I got. I like really nice expensive pots and pans, but I only give myself that luxury once a year, and I usually ask my husband to get me that kind of stuff at Christmas time. If I want pots and pans or I need extra pots and pans during the year, I just kindly go get the cheap ones. Now, a lot of people don't use the cheap ones, and I understand why. However, I can just have these as extra pans, and I'm just passing the savings on to you guys. I'm just showing that if you can't afford the expensive pans, you can get pots and pans that maybe will last you for about anywhere between, depends on if you're a heavy cook. It lasts me for about 5-6 months. But as you all know, I'm a heavy cook, so these pots and pans is not going to cost you a lot of money, especially for you guys that can't afford it or you're beginners. I got this set from Family Dollar. It's a 7-piece set. It also comes with a draining lid that locks, and you can drain your vegetables or the fat off of your meat. It comes with, of course, all of the regular lids. It comes with frying pan, saucepan, large stock pan, and this is actually it actually only cost me $15, and they always have that Family Dollar. It's always this price. It's never cheaper than this or more expensive than this. And they've had it for years in there, ever since I went out and moved on my own when I was 20 years old. So they've always had the same pot pan set. They do have it in colors. They have it in stainless steel. They have this in non-stick, which I always get. They also have it in colors like red, dark blue, and things like that. So I'm just showing you guys, and that's one of the things I'm going to be using today for my cabbage, and that's about it. So the next video is going to be on our cabbage with a twist. I place sausage down on my cabbage, as well as seasonings, as well as some, well, just tune in, you'll see. So if you want to see that dish, then let me know. I'm sorry, not let me know, tune in. And I'll also be doing the baked chicken and seasoning it very well, so you'll see how I actually fix that as well. So let me throw this in the oven, and the next video will be of those two different things. And I'll also show you the whole spread once it's complete and done. And I thank you all for tuning in, commenting, thumbs up. I love you all. You already know that though, but it doesn't hurt to tell. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Be blessed.